get nervous before the show. It's like, oh my god, what if a zipper breaks? Or a girl trips on the runway.
Things kind of happen so fast in 2.5 weeks. You should show at Toronto Fashion Week. So,
will people like it? Will people accept the collection?
Everything I do, it has to be of excellence, so this is a bit of a stretch for me.
It's just about, I hope it all goes off without a hitch, that nothing bad happens.
Well, I just arrived from New York. I was working in New York. I run my business between New York and Calgary, Canada, if you can believe that. And I'm here for Toronto Fashion Week. Tomorrow we have the model castings, which I'm really excited about. I'm really looking forward to getting the right girls in the looks that I have envisioned set up already. So I'm excited to see them walk and to see all these beautiful girls. That's going to be fun.
It means a lot to be showing at LG Fashion Week. It's obviously in the country the biggest fashion extravaganza, we can say. So yeah, I don't know, the third time you get kind of used to it. But before that, you have to think though, I had been working for David Dixon, so I've shown with him for maybe 6 seasons. Before that I was with Tevron Chase, showed for about 4 or 5 seasons. So I've been around the block a bit, and every time it's just kind of gets easier. It's the same routine.
So I'm just looking for the strongest walkers, so think like edgy and feminine, and that's just totally what the collection's about. I think for me, in terms of casting models, it just has to be someone who's confident, who's bold, who's a self-assured woman, and that could show that on the runway. They're the ones selling your clothing to these buyers, and if you have someone maybe that has just a pretty little sweet face that isn't very confident, that's not what you want to show. We're feminine and edgy, and we want to show a bold, self-assured woman. So I think when casting models, you really have to be mindful of that, because it's the message you're giving to your buyers. It's the message you're giving to the media and the audience of who you are as a brand. Stay behind everyone else can go. So Marta, Jasmine, Jess, Jordan, Alex, Hannah Elizabeth, Jessica G, Joanna L. So thank you so much, everyone.
Spring's almost done, so what I'm kind of left to do now is just the basic prep for the show. So we're doing fittings now with the girls, but of course every body type's slightly different, and the worst thing is having girls come out in ill-fitting garments. So we actually tailor everything to the models. This element of continuity. So it's making sure the colors flow from one kind of scene to the next, that there's this progression. It's kind of like making a movie, you know, you want to start off strong and bring the viewer in, and then kind of create lulls in the middle, and then bring it back up to something powerful in the end. So that's done, and now it's just making sure the girls fit in the clothes. You're changing your appearance, you're doing it for yourself. And it's vanity, it's to make yourself feel better and to make yourself look better.
I think that a lot of the industry, sadly, tends to be more superficial in terms of getting noticed or getting your name out there.
Because a lot of people look at fashion and think it's this, you know, otherworldly thing, but when you're doing it every day, it's your job. But when people say it's simple and then it's not a lot of work, that's when I want to like backhand someone.
I love it, but it's hard work, it is, and I find that because I love it, I want to work harder. Because I love what I do, I want to have excellence in all that I present.
Right now, there's still those days where you're like, is it worth it? Sometimes you don't feel like you're really getting much out of it, other than more gray hairs and lack of sleep. The word elemental that I named the collection, the idea of elements of a woman's wardrobe, you know, what does a girl need to wear?
The collection's called La Risurrezione dalla Scura alla Luce, which means the resurrection from the dark to the light. So it's just about kind of what I went through in the last year of my life, and really almost didn't make this collection. I really just had a lot of tragedy in my family, and it was just the hardest year ever. And I didn't want to just give in because of what I endured. I wanted to show the world that you can persevere and that there is a message of hope through the clothing. As a person, you're meant to do something. We all have a calling. I believe we all have a purpose. And I know that part of my purpose on this earth is to help women feel beautiful, you know, from the inside out in my clothing.
I think I'll feel as if I've made it once I move out of my parents' house, get a car that's constantly not breaking down, and not have to work another full-time job just to support my label.
It's amazing as a designer to see all the people that partner with you to make your vision a reality.
It's done. It's out there. Let's see what people write about it now.
You show it as best as you can, and now you just hope that people have accepted it as much as you enjoyed it.